what is the toughest part, do you think, about pursuing music in America versus when you were in the United Kingdom? And do you have any advice for maybe any others looking to do the same?
Yeah, I think my experience here in the US has been far better than in the United Kingdom. In England, there wasn't much of a market, I didn't feel, for the music that I was making or playing. And here, they've received me with open arms. The Dallas music scene has been amazing. I'm always booked. I get to play, many shows. And getting on a show like this here, which I never tried to do that in the UK, but I don't think I would have even gotten on The Voice in the UK. I mean, it's just I feel they have a very different ear, if that makes sense. And I feel the US has definitely embraced what I do. And all my influences were for the most part, American anyway. So, a lot of blues and soul. So, yeah, it's been great. I'd say, advice to somebody is you just got to do it. You never feel ready. You just got to do it and not care what anyone thinks, and you'll find an audience.
What's the one thing that Reba's mentorship that surprised you or changed how you view your craft?
She's very welcoming, very down to earth, very humble, and she wants you to be yourself. So for working with her, she tried to think, what are the things that make me unique? Well, those are the things you got to do. You got to highlight what makes you unique. And I think she really helped me with dynamics. I play a lot of 3 4 hour shows in Dallas, and I play 3 or 4 of them a week, and they're in loud bars, and I'm singing loud. Now that doesn't always translate to a television, because on TV show they're like, oh, he's just shouting. Well, no, that's just how I perform. It's energetic. And she was trying to help me to, kind of control it more. So she
Modulate.
definitely helped. Whether I remember to do that on stage, I don't know, but she definitely helped. So I'm aware of it now.
What message do you hope that they take away, that the fans take away from your journey on The Voice?
I really hope that they can see that no matter what you go through in this life, with the surgery I had and the health complications I've had, that you can still do the things you love and you can still pursue your passions. So I hope people watching that will be inspired, and they will get some hope. Whatever's going on in their life, if they want to do something, they should just do it.
Well, Danny, you were saved by America last week.
Yeah.
What was that experience like when you were on stage waiting to hear about whether your name would be called or not?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I honestly thought I was going home. Honestly thought I was going home, and at that point, there's such amazing artists around you, so you kind of at peace with it. But I'm really thankful that they gave me a second chance. They gave me a second chance to stay in the competition, and I'm so thankful that because of that, my parents could come and watch me. And yeah, it's just gratitude, love, and gratitude. I'm so thankful.
And Danny, I know you said that music has helped heal you. It's led you to your wife. You have such a beautiful, strong vocal range. I want to know, how did you come up with the arrangement for Back to Black?
Yeah, I think it was, just a lot of my influences, classical influences that I kind of brought into it. And we wanted to do something slower, a little bit, something different, show a different side. And the intro I came up with, and the band director loved it. So we put it together, and, we got the strings in. So we wanted to show a different side. And, how would that song sound, today in a different way? How would I perform that song if it was me? I tried to embody Amy Winehouse, but as a guy with a guitar, and hopefully it came across.
You mentioned earlier about performing in loud bars
Yeah.
before, but how did that experience sort of help you in the way that you competed?
I think, it gives you a different way of performing, maybe from other people who don't have that experience. And, some people are going to love that, and some people are not going to love that. It's a different scene. The way I sing and play, it's probably typically not what you would have on a show like The Voice. So I'm very thankful for that opportunity. But yeah, I think, it prepares you in a way of, stamina. You can sing many songs back to back, many nights. And it's a different type of energy, different type of energy.
You and Reba are an unexpected pairing, but are there any other artists that you might want to collaborate with in the future as well?
These coaches, or in general?
In general.
Oh, all of them. I'm open-minded to all genres of music, because we we all speak a similar language. It's like, Snoop, a lot of people associated him with hip hop and rap, but he understands all genres of music. He can sing, he can rap, he can produce. And he's just one example. I know that working with these coaches, they are not just confined to the genre that they're in. They're musicians and they're creative and they understand all genres. So I'm always open-minded. I'd love to work with anybody, and working with someone who's different from you, I feel you can really learn a lot from them.
Leading up to the finale, what do you consider as the most challenging thing that you overcame in
For me,
terms of yeah.
yeah, coming out, recovering from a major surgery. They took my colon out 9 months ago. So for me, the battle was that. Nobody watching necessarily knows that or understands that, but I wasn't at 100%. From the beginning, it's a very slow recovery. The first few rounds, the blind audition, the battle, the knockout, I really didn't feel good at all. You're very dizzy, very weak. But that for me was probably the most difficult thing, trying to put on a performance on a stage of this magnitude, but you're not at 100%, but nobody knows. So that for me was definitely the most challenging thing. And as the competition went along, I started to feel better. I'm starting to turn a corner a little bit. So it's still not 100%, but it's nice now playing and you're a little bit more, feeling like yourself.
And on your last moment on the stage, what were you thinking?
You know what? I really tried to take it in. I really tried to embrace it because, every time you perform could be the last time, every time. And it's, that's what I was thinking. This is the last time on The Voice. I'm going to enjoy this performance and I'm just going to look around and take it in for a moment and not be nervous, not be scared. It doesn't matter if you don't win. As much as I would love to win, just embrace the moment. And, the memories are what you take with you.
You have at least one more performance in the finale tomorrow with Reba. What can you share about the song you're singing and how you guys got to that?
I think it's going to surprise people. It's we picked a very old classic song. It's a really beautiful song, and I think it's going to surprise both Reba fans and people who've watched me on The Voice. It's a unique song, but it really works. We work well together, and it shows a very different side of my voice.
What's been your favorite memory?
For me, it's all the people I've met. All the contestants that have become like friends. The amazing singers and musicians, and they're going to be lifelong friends forever. So for me, that's been the best thing I'm taking away from all of this.
Looking at your time on the show and your fellow contestants, which is the one contestant you are most excited to sing with in the future?
I'd love to sing with Jeremy. I'd also love to sing with Lauren, Michael, who was on my team as well, so who knows? Maybe one day down the line we'll collaborate on something together. Also Kendall, me and him were on the same team. We talked about doing something. So yeah, I mean, I'd love to sing with all of them if I could, because we just have such a good friendship. So yeah, I think down the line we'll definitely create something together.
What can we expect from a first album from you?
Yeah, I think it's going to be soulful, country soulful blues. It's going to be Chris Stapleton kind of vibes of more guitar. Chris Stapleton meets Stevie Ray Vaughan, kind of, like a modern Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of thing. So yeah, I think if people stick around, I'm excited to share it to them.